Look, we heard so much here tonight. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Savina Martin, and I was among the early leaders of the original Union of the Homeless, along with Christian's mom and many others. And we partnered in the late 80s along with National Welfare Rights, right? And the Anti-Hunger Coalition. Look, everyone knows the story, and everyone knows that right now, we know the system is guilty. Guilty is charged. So let us call to action. But more than that, let us take action together to become a new and unsettling force, right? Let's focus our hearts and minds on what we just heard and what we know for sure, that we are all committed and we're clear about taking back what is ours. That tonight is our declaration to these United States and beyond. Because there is something that says when in the course of human events, there are some things that we must do. We must rise together in this winter offensive. We all know the cold bite of injustice, and we know the weight of this system. We know it's built to exclude us, the poor, the homeless, who are organizing the poor and working. How about our class, our working class? We're rising together. We're rising together. But we must do what we have heard today, which is the call to organize, organize, organizing. And our conviction right now is we aren't going anywhere. As long as we have no other choice but to live on the streets and rat-infested motels and in shelters, we will organize and take back what is ours. This is our moment. The National Union of the Homeless calls on all of us tonight to join this winter offensive, a movement made up of leaders, fighters, thinkers. We're relentless, we're strong, and we're on the ready. We're getting into step and we're getting into formation. And together, we will fight for the undeniable truth, which is housing as a human right. Our dignity is non-negotiable. And no one is free till all of us are free. And until we have a right to have food, have adequate housing, to be warm, to be dry, and not burn in a vacant home, trying to keep warm, we must continue to demand health care and the right to fare well. These are our basic necessities. And this system, as Matt and Tammy charge, are guilty. You're guilty as charged. And we are coming for our stuff. We are organizing, we are getting into step, and we are taking back what is ours. We want and demand housing. We face a nation where homelessness is criminalized. Healthcare is denied, and survival is treated as a crime. But history teaches us this: change does not come to the quiet and compliant. It comes to those who rise and organize and demand what is just. It is loud, it is messy, it is disorganized, but we must get into step and plan and carry out our tactics as we did in the National Union of the Homeless when we were taking over housing. We didn't have no cell phones, honey, but we traveled with a stack of dimes, and we went to those telephone booths and says, hello, this is the National Union of the Homeless, and we're taking over your HUD houses. We're up against a sophisticated enemy. So, but this winter, let us understand and study what we're doing. Let our action be that blue flame that cuts through steel, a flame that cannot be ignored. We must occupy public spaces continuously with our voices and stories, making visible the lives hidden in the shadows under the bridges and in parking lots and subway stations, encampments and tunnels. Let us build coalitions with our partners, Freedom Church of the Poor, National Welfare Rights, Poor People's Campaign, Nonviolent Medicaid Army, across all lines of division, housed, unhoused, young and old, north and south, east and west, faith believers, non-believers, gay, straight, queer, artists, and our children who are not in the way but are the way. Let's continue to pressure lawmakers to end these policies that perpetuate our poverty, criminalization, and neglect. We will create a long list of demands for the long wait list of harms you cause, Mr. System. We must build power with one another, that the poor and dispossessed, we're not powerless. We are the architects of a new tomorrow. Study with us and learn with us. Become an officer with the National Union of the Homeless Officers Training School. Stick with Kristen. Stick with the leaders in the membership coordination. You are bound. You are bound to hit the streets clear and committed, and I say conscious and connected. Listen, you study with us. We must not forget the study. And while we study to get what is ours, bread, peace, and land, in the spirit of our ancestors who fought for freedom, justice, and equality, let us honor their legacy by confronting the system that oppresses us today. And lastly, we are not alone. And together we are unstoppable. Join us, organize with us, rise with us. The Winter Offensive is more than a movement. It is a declaration that we will no longer be silenced, no longer be unseen, no longer unheard or denied. We are a movement led by the poor and working class of this nation, building power from the bottom up to end poverty, because justice will not come to us. We must take it. The winter, let us make history together. Stand up, speak out, take action. The time is now. Ashe and amen.
Yes.